Tunisia, as you know, is a very small country between very wealthy countries. They have oil and gas, but we only have human resources, and that's all we can use to progress and make a positive change. It's probably now more than so on the map because of what happened not so long ago, 4 years ago exactly, when many people took off actually to the street. And we had the Tunisian Revolution, which was the start of what now people call the Arab Spring. Basically, people were very angry, obviously, at the government and everything what Boniface was actually complaining about before, the lack of engagement to progress things forward. And the demands were very clear. We wanted freedom, we wanted dignity, and we wanted work. Travail, travail, travail. Work, work, work. And this is what young people were actually claiming everywhere. For us, as young people or young leaders in the countries, we know that change cannot happen very fast. It's not by going to the street like that jobs will come and everybody will solve the problem. We have to think of other ways of actually making the change and making it faster. So in order to do that, we have to enable a different way of thinking, a mind shift. Instead of asking for a job, we have to find ways for creating our own jobs. And this is really what stemmed from our project. We wanted to change the demand into creativity, entrepreneurship, and innovation. And we gathered loads of people using social media, meeting one-on-one, and getting them together to actually think about what can we do together to build our country, to build our better future. So for me as a space person, I'm an architect and a civil engineer. The first thing that comes to mind, we need a home for these people so that they can actually start discussing and debating and creating and working together. So we came up with Cogite Co-Working Space. The name we chose it, co is for collaboration, and gîte in French is a shelter, but also cogiter in French is to think. And as you know, the René Descartes citation, cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I exist, and it was really the spirit of our space. So we gathered lots of people, and we wanted to see a different picture of Tunisia, from angry people in the street asking for jobs to very happy young men and women trying to create a change around creativity, entrepreneurship, and innovation. This is a picture of one of the Disrupt events that we've done with Hivos actually in Tunisia. This is at our terrace in Cogite on the lake side. It's a very beautiful place, and these are always very exciting events for our youth to actually ideate and think of solutions that can create a meaningful impact. So our space, actually, if you compare to this space, is probably the 10th of the area, but we're able to do great things there. Here's a picture of it when we set it up empty. So we are able to accommodate about 20 desks or 20 workers. But anytime, everything can disappear and the space becomes very open. We can have this kind of setup, networking events, etc. And obviously, it's not about the space. We all know this. People who are attending this conference know this. It's about the community. So we started it early. We tried to actually build the community without the space first. We've done lots of things before, and then we brought some of the best people in our network who really believe in our mission together to come and work from this space, to organize events, to hold activities. So it's very diverse. It's not a tech innovation space. We have social entrepreneurs, tech innovators, people from the creative industry, consultants, freelancers, NGO, you name it. We have many students too who are just very thirsty to see what could come up for them when they come out of the school. This was our first space. It's about 90 square meters in around a year and a half. This is the age of our project. We now doubled that space capacity in this location, and we opened a second space. And by October 2015, we will have a third location in Djerba, which is an island in the south of Tunisia. So we're very excited about this growth and this demand for what we're doing. But in terms of activity, if you look at this particular space, this is what we have in 2014. We were able to do over 50 events. Some of them had 200 people in that tiny space with a terrace. And it's very active. We do talks, we do presentations, pitch nights, crowdfunding events, we do networking events. We actually had VC for Africa with Microsoft at some point. We had 3 Disrupt events also with Hivos already. So there's a lot going on. These are just a few pictures to show, from art exhibition to tech demos to workshops. We had also a Yunus Social Business Accelerator hosted in our space, and Professor Mohamed Yunus also visited us there to talk to their fellows. So very exciting things happened. We have to be very creative in Tunisia. We have many constraints. Online payments, for example, are very difficult to do. We have restrictions on foreign currency. So, for example, one of our members, what they said is that Tunisia feels like a desert, but when I go to Cogite, I'm like in an oasis. And this was very nice to us, because I can see the similarity. Tunisia is very beautiful, but we're living a big struggle. This is just like a desert. But at the same time, if you are in the desert, I don't know how many of you have been, if you look at the desert at night, the skies feel so close, the moon feels so close. So the opportunities, we really see them. We want to grab them, and this is how Tunisia feels. If you look at an oasis now, this is what an ecosystem looks like in the middle of nowhere where there's no life. It's actually a super big contrast with the rest. It's a place where, to enable the growth of these beautiful palm trees and for them to reach the sky and produce value, we have to actually do something about it. We need an enabling ground for that. For us, as a very modest project, is the space and the resources we offer. But we expect more from government and corporate organizations and donors to support more for that enabling ground to happen. The cross-pollination is what really makes this ecosystem thrive. And by doing so, we are able to create something very beautiful. It's very safe, it's very comforting, like the feeling of an oasis in the middle of the desert. This is what Cogite is about, and we're really happy that somebody actually tried to make this metaphor, I guess, between an oasis and Cogite. So now, there are many oases around the world, many of them actually here in Africa. Let's think for a minute, how can we actually connect them together and really bring this value that we're able to get in one space and make it in a more collective way? How can we cross this desert? How can we connect Nairobi to Tunis, to other places as well, and actually do more and better and share experience and do more impact together? So please come and visit us. I came here to see you, so the duty is that you come back and visit me in Tunisia. We want to connect you with our community and do things together. Thank you.